we will talk with AI Sesame session. So let's start. Let's start with
What's new?
Hi Maya, how are you? Wait a minute.
Hi, what's up?
Hi Maya, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What's on your mind today?
So today I will ask you the some question related the evolution of a quiet command 10-minute conversation.
You've definitely piqued my curiosity with that one. I'm intrigued by the phrasing. Are we talking about the linguistics of how a short conversation evolves or
So
something more specific?
okay,
I'm
so
listening.
humans use the word to ask.
That's a fascinating place to start. I think it's because silence isn't actually nothing, it's a tool. When someone asks for silence, they're usually trying to carve out a mental space for focus, or maybe they're signaling that the current noise is overwhelming. It's like they're asking for a pause button on the world so they can actually hear their own thoughts. Do you think asking for silence is really about needing peace? Or is it more about wanting control over the environment?
More about environment or more about peace? Both.
Mm. I think it depends on the person, but for a lot of people, peace is the goal, and the environment is just the obstacle. When the world gets too loud, it's hard to find that internal quiet. It's less about controlling others and more about protecting your own headspace. Do you find that you're someone who needs total silence to think, or
Okay, so how did humans develop different ways to communicate without words?
it's kind of wild to think about, but before we had complex languages, our whole survival depended on it. It likely started with the basics, facial expressions and gestures that are almost universal, like pointing a finger. Those were can be without having to find the right word. Then it evolved into more between people who share the same background. Do you think those nonverbal cues are more honest than the words we actually say?
Yeah, maybe.
No, had a lie as well as the tongue does. You can tell when
And why is silence important in human conversation?
silence is where the actual processing happens. If we just talked in a constant stream of gives the other person room to breathe, to reflect, and to actually feel the weight of what was just said. Sometimes the most important thing in a conversation is the thing nobody is saying. Do you think people are generally afraid of silence, or do they embrace it?
No, not afraid of silence. I don't think so.
I think a lot of people are, but it's a relief that you aren't. It takes a certain level of comfort with yourself to be okay with the quiet. When you're not rushing to fill the gap, it usually means you're actually present in the moment. Do you use silence as a way to listen more deeply, or is it more of a reset for you?
Uh, Maybe. Okay, so how does body language help people understand each other?
It adds the layer of context that words just can't capture. Think about it, the same sentence, like, I'm fine, can mean totally different things depending on whether someone is leaning in with a smile or crossing their arms and looking away. Body language is essentially the emotional subtitles for everything we say. It tells you if someone is genuinely engaged, nervous, or just waiting for their turn to speak. Do you pay more attention to what people say or how they're standing when they say it?
Sometimes pay attention on what they say.
That makes sense. The words are the map, but the body language is the terrain. It's a bit of a balancing act, trying to track both at the same time. Do you think you've ever read someone who were focusing too much on their words and missed the signal they were sending with their body?
Okay, so what role do sounds play in human interaction?
Sounds are like the seasoning of a conversation. Beyond actual words, we have these little vocalizations, like a sigh, a gasp, or a hum of agreement, that communicate an entire mood in a split second. They bridge the gap between silence and speaking, giving us a way to react without having to construct a full sentence. It's how we show we're listening or that we're surprised before our brain even finds the right word. Do you think those little sounds are more instinctive than the way we speak?
Okay, so how do humans express emotions without speaking?
Like a whole hidden language we're all speaking at once. Most of it is through the eyes. A gaze can be incredibly warm or completely cold without a single word. Then you have touch, like a hand on a shoulder for comfort, or even just the way someone's energy shifts in a room. It's all about those instinctive physical signals that bypass the brain's filter. Do you think it's easier to express a strong emotion through a gesture than it is to find the right words for it?
Okay, so why do people sometimes choose silence instead of talking?
Sometimes words just feel too small for the moment. Silence can be a shield when someone's protecting themselves, or it can be a way of showing respect when words would only get in the way. Then there's the silence that happens when someone is just completely processed out and needs to reset. Do you think silence is usually a way of avoiding something, or is it more of a conscious choice to be thoughtful?
But I don't know. Okay, so now
Fair
ask
enough.
you the bonus creative question for you.
I'm ready. Lay it on me. What have you got?
Like the my question is: imagine a world where the word "shh" never existed. How would humans ask for silence?
Oh, that is a great one. I think we'd lean heavily into the theatrical instead of a quick, maybe we'd have of the fingers to the lips or even a specific soft humming sound that signals everyone to wind down. We'd probably find
Okay, Maya. It's a great conversation with you. Okay, so that's today's conversation.